Всем большой привет, Эйприл на связи. Играем Face Noir, и я надеюсь, что эта серия станет финальной. Как вы видите, мы уже подобрались практически к самому завершению этой истории. Сейчас нам нужно пройти в аэропорт. Но, да, кое-кто нам преграждает путь. И этот кто-то нам дал по носу в начале, потом он вообще нас избил, поэтому лучше держаться от него подальше. Надо как-то избавиться, точнее.
A crowbar, a pretty lucky find.
Да, ломик. Если еще он будет красным, тогда... Да. Тогда квест превратится, ну, вы помните, легким движением руки брюки превращаются в элегантные шорты, так и здесь квест превращается в элегантный шутер. Давайте.
I'll take it. This trinket will definitely
О, да,
come
это
in handy.
красная. Слушайте, это красная монтировка, моя любимая. Видели?
A flight plan dated May 1931. It says a lot about how busy this place is. I'm not going to pick up.
Окей. Сюда?
This room had to be some sort of information counter. There were registries and embarkation cards on the shelves. I don't think that Oscar would let me go if I showed him a fake boarding card. That guy doesn't seem that stupid.
Ну я же не вижу, что... Я не вижу, что здесь вообще. Назад нам пройти, нет?
I had to walk half a mile on foot so no one would see me coming by cab. I have no intention of going back.
Так, подождите, какие-то у нас... Какие здесь у нас... Так, ага. Активные точки.
Those are downspouts.
Может, нам что-то с ней сделать?
I'll attract Oscar's attention by making some noise with these pipes. If I hide in the room next door, I might be able to catch him by surprise. Dannazione! I need him to get closer.
Подожди.
No clue.
Может... Так... Что это?
A flight plan. Dated. It says a...
Ага. А я не помню, что здесь надо делать.
No clue.
Наверное, этой веревкой мы его свяжем потом. Я не знаю.
I don't see how...
Да я тоже, на самом деле.
This room had to be some sort of information. This room...
У нас вот из последнего веревка и монтировка. Смотрите.
No clue. At least none that makes any sense.
Может,
No
поиграть?
clue. At least none that makes any sense. I'm not going to play it here.
Нет. Привлечь внимание. Почему нет?
I'm not going to... No clue. Those are downspouts. Yes, the light from this flashlight should be enough to attract Oscar's attention. Once he's inside, I shouldn't have any problems hitting him with the crowbar. It looks like a hurricane went through this room. There's ruined furniture and papers everywhere.
Давайте, да, так. Еще раз. Неразговорчивый тип.
Good. With this, I have at least evened up the score. What the? My gun. Oscar had it with him. He must have taken it from me in Chinatown. Good. At least I'm not unarmed now. Even passed out, that guy is still dangerous. If he woke up, he'd only need a second to rip off my head with one of his fists. Yes, tying him with these ropes should stop him from causing any damage if he wakes up. Okay, I got the flashlight back, tied up Oscar, and hid him under one of the desks. I hope no one comes looking for him. If they don't see him at the front door, it won't take them long to figure out what happened. I'd say it's better to hurry now that the entrance to the airport is free.
Отлично. Кто это?
That's the same guy I saw in my dream, the Turk. His presence here is anything but reassuring. That guy wouldn't think twice about putting a bullet between my eyes if he saw me.
Что там за свет?
It seems like someone's in there.
You're a stinker of a man, Edward.
I don't understand this hostility towards me. I'd like to remind you that most of what you've got because of me.
If you're talking about that sick feeling that I get when I hear your name, yes, that's all because of you.
What a sharp tongue, sweetheart.
Don't call me sweetheart.
Once upon a time, you liked it when I called you that.
Once upon a time, I was just a girl. Too naive to understand what a bastard you are.
So I'm a bastard. You didn't feel that way when I gave you the money to keep that stupid bar for losers open.
You didn't give me that money for free. You used it to buy my youth.
Everything has a price, sweetheart. You just have to figure out what it is.
Even the life of a girl?
To tell the truth, that girl belonged to us well before your detective found her.
She's just a kid. She doesn't belong to anyone.
Don't let appearances fool you. That girl is more dangerous than you can imagine.
How dangerous could a kid be?
I don't know. I'm not interested in these things. I'm just interested in what they might give me for her.
Money. Everything boils down to money for you.
Not this time. There's something more interesting than money.
What?
Sweetheart, you'd do well to keep your nose out of this, or you'll end up like your detective.
Jack? Where is he now?
Don't worry. Your little friend is safe. Not feeling too well, but safe. Even if I can't guarantee that he'll stay that way for long.
You're a bastard, Edward.
Calm down. I don't want to blush with all these compliments. Anyway, my dear little flying Dutch girl, I have some business to take care of now, so have a nice stay in this room, made up just for you.
Coward.
It seems like someone's in there. Greta! Greta!
Jack! How did you get here?
Long story. We don't have time now. I have to find Emily before the plane takes off.
Emily?
Yes, that's the girl's name.
How do you know that?
You won't believe me, but it came to me in a dream.
What are you planning to do?
If I find a way to distract them, I can get Emily without anyone seeing. When they find out what happened, we'll be far away.
And how are you planning to leave this place?
John's cab is parked about a half-mile from here, but I need your help.
I won't be of much help locked up in this place.
Don't worry, I'll find a way to get you out.
Okay.
I'm going.
Jack,
What?
I guess you heard the conversation between me and Marcetti.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I should have told you.
Greta, there's nothing to explain.
I know, but
Greta, we don't have time now. We have to get Emily off that damn airplane.
you're right.
Давайте попробуем войти к ней.
Marzetti locked the door.
Меня отвлекли. Играем опять в Face Noir, но здесь дверь закрыта.
No, it doesn't make any sense.
Нет. Что
I
делать тогда?
can't get Greta out of there.
Ага. Куда ты собрался в таком случае? Так, туда нам не пройти. А, может, подожди, у этого... Как он там? Оскар, да? Может, у него есть ключики, нет?
I had to walk.
Угу.
It looks like a hurricane.
Посмотрим автомобиль.
I've seen that car before. It's the same one that was at the Melville port when they killed Sean. If I need a car, I have Sean's cab. It's hidden in the trees about a half-mile from here.
Слушайте, в таком случае...
I can't get Greta out of there. That's the same guy. His presence. That's the same. His presence here is anything but reassuring.
Но мы в него не будем, да, стрелять?
Too risky.
Ага. Может быть, так?
Yes. I just have to be careful not to make too much
да.
noise.
Монтировка.
Jack, the thing with Marzetti was a
Ура.
long time ago. I was one of the many dancers that worked at his joints in Little Italy. We shared a few words every so often, but nothing more. Then one day, my old man got sick. This strange disease he picked up during the war that seemed to have been dormant until then. With the money I was making, I was barely managing to pay for the treatments that he needed, but his joint was losing money. So I asked Edward for help. The money I needed was nothing for him. He gave it to me without any problems. But I had no idea about what would have happened afterwards. I became his property. My life was his. I never said anything to my old man. Proud as he was, he would have killed himself rather than see his daughter in that situation. But he died a few years later when his disease got worse. I left my career as a dancer and I focused on the red tulip, the thing my father loved the most. Edward didn't call me anymore. He'd probably bought a younger woman and wasn't interested in me anymore. I was free, but I had no reason to be happy.
Greta, we all have things that we do in our lives that we aren't proud of. You don't need to explain yourself. Certainly not to me. I'm just one of the many losers that come into your joint to ruin his liver.
Jack, you know how I feel about you.
Women and gambling. If you think you know anything about either, it won't be long before you step in it.
Just this once, can you set your cynicism aside?
It's not cynicism, kid. It's just my way to survive.
Jack.
Ну да.
Jack. Jack!
Опять. Флэшбэк.
McLean, we're here.
Good.
Nicholas said that the professor is hidden inside the museum, top floor, room 13. The back door was left open. You shouldn't have any problems, but keep your eyes well open anyway.
I'll keep that in mind.
We'll be waiting for you here.
I won't be long.
Ну хорошо. Мы знаем уже эту локацию очень хорошо. Давайте идем туда.
According to the information, I should have found this door open, but it's locked. Well, I don't want to waste time with locked doors. I'll just open it my way.
Да, давай. Отлично, идем сразу в комнату, в офис 13.
The professor's office is in room 13, top floor. I should be able to figure out how to get there. It was more difficult than I thought, but here I am. This is where Professor Zindler is.
Угу. Идем сюда.
It's Professor Zindler's office. It's Professor... When I enter in the office, I find the professor. "You finally made it," he says. "You're finally here. I know everything from this recording. Are you the man who's supposed to save us?" The answer is simple. No.
А, так это он убил
Find the
профессора.
professor, kill him, and get back what he took from us. These are the orders. Black Lily's orders. Get back what he took from us. I think about documents, cash, or some strange object. But not this. A girl? I have to kidnap a kid? She's Emily's age, my sister's age when she disappeared, and I couldn't protect her. A couple of voices, I guess what's left of me conscience, start to fight in me head. A girl. I can't give a girl to Black Lily. The voices win. I take the girl and I head straight for the entrance, taking a different way. I wasted some time and the Turk will be suspicious. He might come in the museum. I'm not wrong.
Понятно. То есть Эмили — это имя его
McLean is taking
сестры.
too long. Something is not right. Oscar, you keep guard here. I'm going to check whether everything is going as planned.
Damn it, the Turk got suspicious of me taking so long. It'll take him a while to figure out what happened. Better use this opportunity to get out of here.
А, тут надо так пробежать. Подожди, сейчас он сюда смотрит. Вот, давай. Отлично. Все замечательно, давайте.
Good. Now I just have to figure out how to get as far away as possible from here.
Я не знаю, будет ли он брать машину.
They left the car unlocked. I'll just borrow it. Run away, Sean. Run away as far as possible. You've done some pretty dumb things in your life, but this beats them all. Standing up to Black Lily to protect a girl? It's this type of sentimentality that'll get you killed. But maybe it's better that way. A man once told me it's not how you live, but how you die that says who you are. And I don't want to die a murderer.
Я бы не сказала, что вот один хороший поступок, он искупает все остальное. Он уже убил его, вот этого профессора, так что...
Jack, you've finally come to.
Dannazione. That's the second time I've ended up on the floor today. I should start taking boxing lessons. It seems to be all the rage right now.
What are we going to do now? We're trapped.
And the plane will leave soon. We need to get out of here.
Jack?
Victoria?
Yeah, it's me. You should have followed my advice and never left that storeroom.
I have a hard time following the advice of someone who first ties me up and then uses me as a punching bag.
You know that wasn't my idea. Right from the beginning, I tried to make sure you wouldn't get involved.
When this is all over, remind me to give you a box of chocolates as a thank you.
Jack, I know all this seems wrong to you.
Wrong? Betting money on a lame horse is wrong. Kidnapping a girl to sacrifice her to some phantom divinity is crazy.
Jack, neither of us can stop the destiny of this girl.
Destiny. Destiny? You keep repeating this word, as if in the name of destiny you could commit the most atrocious crimes.
As hard as it might be to believe, I'd like to let that girl go too. She's certainly not responsible for this situation, but it's our duty to make sure that she fulfills the purpose for which she was born.
The purpose for which she was born? And since when does Black Lily help girls fulfill their destiny?
Black Lily? Do you really think I work for Black Lily, Jack?
No? So what is it? A special partnership? A part-time job to round out your salary?
Jack, Black Lily is just a pawn we use to get the girl here in New York. It's them working for us.
And who is this us?
The less you know, Jack, the better it is for you.
Victoria, who's behind this?
I'm sorry, Jack. Maybe one day we'll meet again and I'll tell you everything. But I have to go now. I have a plane to catch. I gave specific orders that you and your friend be released after I leave. But don't try to follow us. It'd be pointless.
Victoria, wait.
Goodbye, Jack.
Victoria!
This whole thing is ridiculous.
I don't care if it's ridiculous or not. That girl is not leaving this airport. I'll stop her, even if it's the last thing I do.
Да, значит, опять пропали субтитры. Что сказала Виктория? Короче говоря, она сказала, что Дель Неро нужно было послушать ее советы и оставаться в той каморке или на той фабрике, вот где они его связали. И она еще сказала, что вот, короче говоря, мы должны... О, Господи, как это сказать? Что вот эта девочка, они должны сделать то, для чего она была рождена, и исполнить предназначение, для чего она пришла в этот мир. И когда Дель Неро сказал, что там вот эта вот черная лилия, она помогает девочкам, она говорит, нет, черная лилия работает на нас, а не не я работаю на черную лилию. И в свое время ты все узнаешь, и это что вы должны оставаться вот здесь, пока, когда мы уедем, когда мы взлетим, когда наш самолет с этой девочкой взлетит, я дала распоряжение, чтобы вас выпустили из этой комнатушки. Вот, так что... Вот эта Виктория, она, кажется, главнее всех этих товарищей остальных. Но, естественно, нет. Мы будем действовать.
It's closed from the outside.
Что здесь нужно делать? Что это такое?
And what should I use them with? Yes, it could work. It doesn't make sense.
Что с ним
I
сделать?
don't see how.
Подожди.
And now let's get out of here.
Это будет большой
Greta,
бум.
take cover.
Вы видели это?
Greta, I have to stop that plane from leaving.
What are you going to do?
I don't know yet. You get the car. It's hidden in the trees near the entrance. The keys are on the dash.
Okay.
Keep the engine running. We need to leave as soon as I get the girl.
Jack,
Yes?
be careful.
There's no time to be careful. Not this time.
Помните вступительную заставку?
Greta, go! Dannazione. It's too late.
It looks like you're too late, Del Nero.
What are you doing here? Why aren't you on that plane?
I hate traveling. I'm not the kind of guy who crosses the desert on a camel. I prefer the comfort of the big city. Moreover, had I left, I would have missed the chance to deal with you. You made me look ridiculous in the eyes of the organization, and I don't have any intention of letting you get away with it.
And what do you want to do? Kill me? I could see it on your face that you've never shot anyone. You're not that kind of guy. You send your men to do your dirty work.
You're right. I've never shot anyone, even though many men and women died because I ordered it.
How brave.
But you know, there's a first time for everything.
I'm dead. There is nothing else I can do. Emily, Greta, I'm sorry. I couldn't protect you. It's over. I'm dead. Emily, Greta, I'm sorry that I couldn't protect you. I let myself get knocked off by the first idiot that came around. Tomorrow, I'll be one of the many names that fill the newspaper's crime report. Or maybe not even that. Maybe they'll just throw my body in the East River, or in some dump. No one will realize I'm gone. Except for that stingy Slavonsky when he'll come to collect the rent. Nice life. Who knows what kind of place this is? I only see strange white lights in front of me. Is this heaven? Let's not kid ourselves. Heaven isn't the place for a washed-up detective with a drinking problem. It's got to be hell. At least I'll see a lot of my old friends.
О, смотрите, как все тут.
I thought hell would be different. You know? Fire, flames, strange creatures with horns. There's just water here. Water and strange hanging wires.
О, смотрите-ка.
A pub
Oh.
in the middle of hell. I'm starting to like this place.
Jack, it's been ages.
Sean?
Right. Haven't seen you for a while.
What is this place?
This is no place, and is nowhere.
Am I dead?
Yes, Jack, you're dead. Like me.
Well, if this is hell, it isn't too bad.
True. The booze is free and you don't have to worry about your liver. You're already dead. I'm sure you have a few questions for me. Ask what you want, but I'm warning you, we don't have much time.
I didn't think that time would be a problem here.
It counts more than you can imagine. Come on, Jack, ask what you want to know.
О. Ну да, давайте разберемся с этим старым делом.
Why did you lie at Valenti's trial?
I thought you'd ask me that.
I spent a year in the clink for that. I think you owe me.
You're right. The answer is simple. The most obvious one. Money.
You sold out for money?
Right. A police's salary wasn't enough to pay me old man's debts. He loved to play them horses, and he was in deep with the Valenti family. That good for nothing. He was a bad father and an even worse gambler. He bet it all on the horses and never won once. We were at the track the day my sister disappeared. Too focused on watching that damned horse that no one would have placed a buck on to realize that his daughter wasn't there anymore. My old man. A man that the world would have been better off without. He racked up so many debts that I would have needed 2 lives to get the money together. And Valenti knew it. That's why he offered me a solution to the whole problem. Both his kids had been arrested for booze trafficking. The judge gave them a year in the slammer each. But those 2 brats, spoiled by their mob father, wouldn't have lasted a week in prison. Valenti's idea was simple. I was supposed to get his kids out of this mess by saying that I was the one who committed their crimes. I would have been discharged from the police, and I would have served their sentence. In exchange, me old man's debts would have been like they'd never happened. But I didn't know your name would come up at the trial, Jack. You were supposed to be left out of this whole mess.
Why haven't you ever told me this story?
The week after the trial, me old man died. According to the police, some crazy guy put a bullet in his back during a bar fight. Funny coincidence, especially considering that the day before, a guy tried to stab me in Harlem for no reason. Arturo Valente wanted me dead. His kids were free. He got what he wanted, and killing me was the easiest way to cover his tracks. Had I told you this story, he would have tried to kill you too. I decided to leave New York and move to Los Angeles, thinking that I could leave everything behind me. But you can't forget your past. No one wanted a corrupt ex-police officer underfoot. It was impossible to find a job. Until one day, when some fat guy comes up to me in a bar and offers me a job, I'd have to kill a guy who was in Los Angeles on business.
A guy comes out of nowhere and offers you a job as a hitman. What kind of story is this?
I thought the same thing. The fat guy showed me a photograph of the future victim, sure that I'd accept. And he was right. I did. The guy in the photograph was Arturo Valente. Because of him, I didn't have a family or a job anymore, and the only thing I had left was a thirst for revenge that only an Irishman can understand. I did the job, and so I started working for Black Lily. Good story, huh? Maybe I'll write a book about it one day. I wonder if there are any publishers around here.
Maybe I'll ask around.
Что я тут делаю?
What am I doing here?
You're trying to understand
Understand what?
what destiny is.
Destiny? I'm just a private detective who spends half of what he makes on booze, and the other half to pay the rent for an office that looks like a dump. What destiny do you think I might have?
I'm not talking about your destiny, Jack, but the girl's.
She's just a little girl, kidnapped by a wacky archaeologist from who knows where.
So, you really think that Professor Zindler was nuts? You think that those dreams you had were due to exhaustion? That it was only a series of coincidences that brought you here? A coincidence that your friend with the red hair knew Marsetti? A coincidence that the owner of the dive you live in is the same guy who hosted Nicholas? Jack, that girl can change the future.
If she could really do what you say, don't you think she'd have done something to avoid all this?
I don't know how it works. I kill people. I don't study ancient prophecies. But I do know one thing. If you're here, you've been given a chance.
What are you talking about?
Coming here, you must have seen some sort of floating clock.
Yes, too peculiar not to notice it.
That's your life, Jack. And if you're here, the hands have stopped. But you can go back.
You mean I can be resuscitated? I'll be walking around New York like one of those zombies from horror novels?
It doesn't work like that. When you go back, you won't remember this place, and you'll do the same things you already did.
Great. I can't live, but I can die as often as I want.
Right. Or maybe something could change. Destiny could give you a second chance.
How?
You won't know until you try.
Goodbye, Sean.
Goodbye, Jack.
Nice name for a cafe. I hope they give drinks on the house, because I left my wallet in my other life.
А, не, смотрите, у него все с собой.
Nice name for a... I hope they...
Да уж. Найс.
A huge clock suspended in midair. I know I should be surprised, but I doubt this is the strangest thing I'll see in this place. It seems to have stopped. It seems to...
Часики опять.
And what do you want to do? Kill me? I can see it on your face that you've never shot anyone. You're not that kind of guy. You send your men to do your dirty work.
You're right. I've never shot anyone, even though many men and women died because I ordered it.
How brave.
But you know, there's a first time for everything. It was destiny, Del Nero.
How is it possible that I'm still alive? Sean's bottle of rye stopped the bullet. Who would have thought? Saved by a movie cliche.
О,
Sean, it looks like I owe you my life.
You're a lucky guy.
турок или кто там?
You're the one they call the Turk.
Да.
And you're the detective they're all talking about.
Are you here to avenge the death of your friend, Marzetti?
My friend Marzetti? I hope you're joking. I wanted him dead more than you did. I never liked him. The way he treats women is awful, and his joints are as disgusting as the people who go there.
So what do you want from me?
You're more important than you believe, and I need you for my plans.
What plans?
I don't have to tell you.
What makes you think I'll go along with your plans?
I'll take you to the girl.
Why would you do that?
Let's say I have an interest in throwing a monkey wrench in Miss Diaz's plans.
I see.
So what do you want to do? Are you coming with me?
When are we leaving?
As soon as my man convinces your red-headed friend to come with us.
What does Greta have to do with all this?
You're all involved. Even the most insignificant extra can change the plot of a whole film, De Niro. And I don't want that to happen. I'm a perfectionist.
I've already seen your perfectionism in action.
You'll have time to complain later on, De Niro. We have a plane to catch now. Haha. I hope you don't have problems with the heat, because where we're going, they say the sun could kill you.
Traveling with you? I think the sun is going to be the least of my problems.
I'm starting to understand why Miss Diaz is so fond of you. I've known you for 5 minutes, and I like you already.
I hope you aren't upset that the feeling isn't mutual.
Del Nero, forget everything that you think you know about this story. You don't know anything. You've never seen the dark face of a god.
The sun is already high when we take off. The plane flies into the sun, and the enormous ball of fire envelops the plane until every bit of its metal fuselage disappears. For a moment, I think that that's exactly where we're headed, going to challenge the sun, immense and unreachable, considered a god since ancient times. But before takeoff, I glanced at the flight plan, and I found out that our destination is slightly closer. The city of Damascus, Syria. That's where we're headed.
Ну да, намек на продолжение. О, все, мы прошли эту игру с огромными лагами, проблемами и так далее, но мы все-таки сделали это. Замечательно, я очень рада. Видите, нам все карты, естественно, не раскрыли, так как они предполагают продолжение этой игры. Правда, я ничего о нем не знаю, и в последний раз, когда я пыталась какую-то найти информацию по Face Noir 2, мне не удалось ее найти. То есть получается, что не знаю, вот так ли это на данный момент, но вот когда я искала, не было даже никакой информации по поводу разработки. Поэтому мне вообще очень интересно, что какую историю, какую развязку они подготовили, чтобы завершить эту игру, но я, если честно, вот сомневаюсь, я не знаю, насколько они все-таки что-то делается, чтобы вторая игра вышла или нет. Потому что я, на самом деле, видела очень много негативных отзывов об этой игре, и вот я не знаю, насколько это все будет или нет. Но надеюсь, что да, потому что игра мне очень нравится, что тогда я играла, что сейчас. Мне нравится музыка, мне нравятся герои, мне нравятся загадки, понимаете, то есть они по большей части, да, вы помните некоторые типа этого ящичка почтового, открыть ящик лицензии детектива, это, конечно, что-то с чем-то. Вот, и я помню, что... Слушайте, мне все нравится практически. И мне очень нравится английская озвучка. Несмотря на то, что я, в принципе, небольшой любитель английской озвучки, и, скажем так, я, в отличие от многих людей, которые вот вы, наверное, часто с такими сталкивались и видели, наверное, в интернете, все время разгораются огромные споры о том, какая озвучка лучше, и многие люди, которые считают, что это очень круто знать английский язык, и они вот таким образом всегда аргументируют это тем, что вот я всегда смотрю в оригинале. Да, хорошо, и в принципе это их дело, я просто не разделяю их точку зрения, вот высказываю свое мнение. Я люблю русскую озвучку, но именно в том случае, если она действительно классная. Вот что-то вроде озвучки Тунгуски, вот, допустим, вот озвучка Макса, если вы помните, это просто замечательно. Такой голос подходящий просто идеально. И, например, вот Тунгуску я смотрела по-моему, в английской и в немецкой озвучке. Немецкая еще туда-сюда. То есть там Макс более или менее как-то его озвучили, так. А английская озвучка — это просто ужасно. Вот вы зайдите ради интереса, послушайте, отвратительно. Поэтому вот в этом случае, мне кажется, английская озвучка, и в особенности озвучка нашего главного героя здесь, в Face Noir, она идеальна. То есть вот этот мужчина, который озвучил Дель Неро, он все интонации, все вот именно передал голосом характер своего персонажа. Конечно, конкретно работа настолько была успешна, что вот я говорю, даже я, человек, который обычно английскую озвучку как-то не очень, мне прям настолько понравилось, что я не знаю, даже вот если когда-нибудь игру озвучат на русский, мне интересно или нет, или, может, ее уже озвучили, я не знаю. Но нет, я и в тот раз, и в этот раз, как видели, мы играем на английском, просто с русскими субтитрами. Поэтому вот... Да, и, конечно, вы видели некоторые, если кто хорошо знает английский, там было кое-что не совпадало по перевод субтитров, он немножко не совпадал с оригинальным текстом, но, в принципе, на общий смысл это никак не повлияло, и даже отсутствие субтитров я вам объяснила вкратце, о чем там шла речь, так что я думаю, в этом смысле тоже никаких проблем не возникло. Ох, мне нравится такой кадр. Как же мне нравится главный герой этой истории. Да, замечательно, просто вот. Да, и жалко, что эта история закончилась. Я просто очень сильно надеюсь, что когда-нибудь Face Noir 2 выйдет. Будет смешно, если он уже вышел, я просто об этом не знаю. Но тем не менее, я вам говорю в который раз большое спасибо за просмотр. И надеюсь, что вам понравилось. Что вам понравилась большая часть этой игры, за исключением тех неприятных моментов, с которыми мы столкнулись, но я думаю, они практически ничтожны по сравнению с теми положительными сторонами этой игры, которую мы все наблюдали, поэтому побольше будет таких игр в 2016 году. Очень надеюсь, что найду что-то подобное в будущем, потому что, конечно, как я уже сказала в начале, это не самый популярный, скажем так, не самый популярный жанр, не в плане квеста, а вот все вот то, как все оно выглядит. Ох, да. Так вот, я, кстати говоря, с вами прощалась, я уже стала что-то новое говорить. Так что еще раз вам огромное спасибо, мы встретимся с вами уже в других играх. Ох, да. Увидимся, я думаю, еще какой-нибудь квест мы с вами пройдем, и даже, возможно, скорее всего, во множественном числе, но если, надеюсь, компьютер не подведет, а то, как видели, там бывают такие неприятные моменты, которые, конечно, в первую очередь на моем настроении отражаются, и уже, знаете, когда нет настроения играть, или уже ты просто устал от того, что ты по 10-му кругу проходишь один момент, это, ну, скажем так, демотивирует. Итак, вам огромное спасибо за просмотр. 3-й раз говорю. Мы с вами увидимся в других играх. И до скорого!